and welcome back to Cheeky Crypto, and today guys we are taking another cheeky look at Cardano and the ADA project. We're going to take a look at basically Charles Hoskinson, IOHK, trying to rope in the Fortune 500 enterprises for adoption in Africa. This is relatively big news, and we're going to go over and see exactly what's going on there and what it might mean. Once we've done that, we'll also hop over to ADA to USD on the charts and see what's happening with the ADA price. We're in that transition period, Chris. I feel that we've got something looming in the background and we're gearing up for a bit of a rocket launch to the next price discovery. So, anything you want to add?
Yeah, just the Africa side of things is huge. Definitely pay attention in the crypto space. It's the next sort of big area of focus, I kind of feel, not just for crypto, but for business in general. Really up and coming now in work in Africa. But with all that said, we've also got the cheeky crypto staking pool up and running for Cardano. So you can now delegate to our Cardano pool. The ticker is Cheek. So yeah, it'd be much appreciated if you delegate with us and we can start minting blocks together, right?
Absolutely fantastic. So guys, if you're an ADA holder and not yet delegating, do check out our ADA staking pool. Very, very straightforward to do it from the Deadliest wallet or the Euro wallet. And nothing to lose. It's very, very secure. So do check out ticker Cheek for the cheeky crypto staking pool. And if you find this video useful and informative, do go ahead and smash up that like button. Chris really does appreciate that, and so do I. And I like to think that you do too. But if you're also new to the channel and not yet subscribed, don't forget, go ahead and subscribe. By doing so, you will be kept up to date with all the videos and live streams that we do here at Cheeky Crypto. Right, Chris, with all that said and done and out of the way, let's jump on over to the desktop and see exactly what is going on here with the adoption in Africa.
Yeah, let's do it.
Fantastic. So Cardano, IOHK, to rope in those Fortune 500 enterprises for adoption in Africa. So while speaking at 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗧𝗃 New, Charles Hoskinson, CEO of IOHK Foundation, provided I guess a glimpse about a plan for the year. And the main person behind the creation of Cardano blockchain asserted that Fortune 500 enterprises intending to extend their reach in the emerging economies in Africa and Middle East require a quicker and cost-efficient and effective payment platform for local dealings. And this is something that you can kind of see that has happening, Chris, with Stellar as well, right? So the USDC being used in Africa on the Stellar blockchain for farmers, 15,000 farmers, right? This is another, what they kind of get at here is Africa is an emerging economy, and it can be fantastic to get in there early with blockchain technology and really cement the processes. So Hoskinson believes that Cardano can fit the role. That is why he continues to aggressively bring the US enterprises on board by offering them ADA as the best possible payment solution. And so here's the quote, right? So a Fortune 500 company needs new tools to be able to get into that market and work with those consumers. We can facilitate that because we've been in those jurisdictions, especially Ethiopia, for example, for over 3 years. So for a while now, Hoskinson has been, canvassing Africa's big potential for distributed ledger technology and cryptocurrencies. The International Monetary Fund, the IMF, before the outbreak of the dreaded virus, has assessed that the top 5 economies for the fastest growth is in Africa. As per Hoskinson, the utilization of cryptos is on the rise amongst African youngsters, and there is a lot of enthusiasm to learn about Cardano from the African continent. So last October, the CEO of IOHK disclosed that Central Africa based central banks have got in touch with IOHK and suggested to take steps in the direction of a central bank digital currency. So, Africa's already talking about CBDCs on the Cardano blockchain, which is absolutely fantastic. So Hoskinson further stressed that the continent is ripe for decentralized finance and DeFi. Due to nascent banking frameworks and segmented economy. So a lot of Africa is unbanked, isn't it, Chris? It's one of those things that is a worldwide problem, but it is heavily concentrated in a few countries, and Africa is one of them, which is also why we saw Stellar getting involved down there.
Yeah, exactly. And I think you've even got VeChain now sort of, entering the frame. And this is what I'm saying. There is a battle going on for business in Africa because it's going to be huge.
It really is, isn't it? So, citing the effort to bring in Fortune 500 enterprises, Hoskinson said, "How do you attract the Fortune 500? Do you do it by saying, 'Hey, would you like to access to the 100 million customers on my platform who now have money and would like to consume your products?'" Ultimately, that's a fantastic kind of killer paragraph, right? So for the last few years, Cardano has been referred to as an Ethereum killer. There is an opportunity for Cardano to make it true this year. And I truly do believe that this year is the year where, if everything goes right for Cardano, it can definitely cement itself as the Ethereum killer. So Hoskinson, who was also involved in the Ethereum project, and everyone kind of knows that, in its initial stages, has kindled a bitter war of words with Ethereum blockchain project several times in the past by underlining the issues faced by the blockchain and highlighting the advantages of Cardano blockchain, which is going to undergo drastic changes. After years of study, and also said features will be incorporated in the mainnet this year, along with Gnome upgrades. So ultimately, as I've said many times, Chris, that everything that Charles is doing feels like he's playing one big game of chess with Ethereum, and he's placed things in very strategic locations ready to kind of wage war. So you can see that when Gnome goes live, it's not only is it smart contracts and all that kind of functionality brought in. You'll have Plutus, you'll have Marla with the programming languages, you have the Ethereum virtual machine. It's basically, a full frontal attack as I see it, and it's going to be very, very well positioned. And Ethereum doing really well at the moment, Chris, become a victim of its own success. Projects currently on Ethereum will not like paying those increased Ethereum gas fees as the price of Ether goes up. So, Cardano, if everything goes well, could be in a very good position to basically take projects away from Ethereum. So we'll leave that for food for thought. I won't go into too much detail, but it's something that we have to consider. So here's another quote, right? So now we're starting to talk about smart contracts at Cardano. We're starting to talk about a lot more use and utility above and beyond just metadata and store of value count. So this is the age of DApps or dApps, right? The age of DeFi. And it's going to be really exciting to see Cardano explore that and fight for that. All things considered, I think it's probably the most productive year we've had ever had, right? And I look forward to 2021. If we can keep this momentum and extend it, we're really going to give Ethereum and the rest of these guys a run for their money. And I totally agree with that statement. Cardano, nevertheless, is not only attempting to fill the void in Africa, but within the blockchain industry. For illustration, 𝗖𝗢𝗃 is presently cooperating with Litecoin Foundation to attain interoperability between blockchains. And here's another quote. So if it works with Litecoin, it will probably work with Bitcoin, Dash, and any of these other guys. So while Cardano intends to create a future with blockchains that are compatible with each other, Hoskinson emphasized the need to updating cryptography before the arrival of quantum computing. And it's a very good thing to really bring up here, because quantum computers could break cryptography very, very quickly. So it is important that we do consider those things, but we're not really at a point in time where quantum computers are going to be able to do that affordably. So yeah, I guess it comes down to risk and reward and all that kind of stuff. So let's take a look at the next quote here. So you would like to upgrade your cryptography and start using post-quantum crypto, so cryptography that's immune to quantum computers as soon as possible. With respect to blockchain technologies, 𝗖𝗔𝗂 CEO trusts that quantum computers will not turn out to be a threat. He believes that a blockchain can safeguard from quantum computers with a competent blockchain architect. So on that contrary, Hoskinson forecasts huge problems for the internet to arise because of quantum computers, and it's reasonable to assume so. So they are going to cause huge harm to nation states that are trying to preserve secrets. Also, Satoshi's private keys can be broken, so people can start signing with Satoshi's PGP key if they wanted to. Okay, so there are issues there with all of that kind of quantum computing stuff. But so in this whole article here, it's really interesting because it talks about Fortune 500s potentially having access to millions of customers via Cardano, and these are people who want to consume the products of those Fortune 500. They also talks about Africa and CBDCs and how important that is, and potentially decentralized finance in that particular area as well. And then obviously we talk about Ethereum and the risks that potentially are going to be happening with Ethereum as Ethereum becomes a success in itself. So lots going on here, and there is very key information to really kind of digest. So Chris, anything you want to add to that before jumping over to the charts?
No, let's get straight into the charts, Nick.
Fantastic. So here we are on ADA to the USD. We're on the daily chart as it stands currently. And for 2 days, we've had a very indecisive market, right? But today's wick's interesting for a couple of reasons. We reached the 36.7 cent resistance, and we've come down, settle again at the 34.6 level. Okay, so there's basically a support line right down here, and we're trading right between these two levels, right? That 34.6 and that 36.7, and we're unable to break through here currently. So I reckon it's only a matter of time, Chris, before we really do get some strong motion and push on up. So let's take a look at a few things. We can see that the MACD is in a negative position on a daily. We can see that the RSI is about 60% or 60 level here, so not in the overbought and not in the oversold. So let's bring this down into our 4-hourly candle and see what we can see going on here. So we are currently above that 34.6 support level, and we need to obviously see this thing push up a little bit further in coming I guess hours and days. The MACD is okay, it's positive, but it's very close to the line. The volumes are pretty level, they're not amazing. And the RSI is at a 50, so that's slap bang in the middle of where you want to go. So let's take a look at the hourly view. And we can see that we are above our support at 34.6. So that's okay. We can see that we're in a negative MACD position on the hourly chart, and we are potentially entering an oversold status. Okay, so we're definitely below the middle level here. We were coming down, but we have bounced up a little bit. So we're about 45 on the chart here on the RSI. So that's going to indicate that potentially there's a little bit of upside to come. If we zoom on out, we can see exactly what happens when we enter the actual oversold situation. We have huge momentum to the upside. So being down in this particular level here, we could start to see some climbing. So we'll have to see and pay attention to what potentially goes on there. So what I'm going to do is pull this back into our daily view. Okay, and we can see this. We want to see how this candle closes for the week as well. It's going to be important to cement ourselves at a good level on that weekly candle. Now, this is basically just below our second price target of 35.2 cents. So we've been in here for a while now. It's a pretty comfortable zone, but we do want to be pushing up. Our next price target, Chris, which we've spoken about a lot here, is 44.9 cents. And that's our next price target here. And then we have one more after that, which would be 50.9 cents. After all of those movements are done, I'm probably going to reset our Fibonacci retracements and see what else it's on the horizon for Cardano and the ADA token. Personally, I still feel that $5 this year is the target I have in my mind, considering a bull run and the multiplication factor that comes with a bull run. So I think we're in a relatively good position. I want to see how this closes down today. I want to see how we start next week as well. I think a potential decoupling from Bitcoin with Ethereum is in process. Once Ethereum reaches a certain threshold, Chris, I think we're going to start seeing some momentum on some of these altcoins. So anything you want to add to pricing or charts, Chris?
No, it just looks really positive in my eyes. It's going to be interesting to see where this sort of goes across the year. I think it's going to be a fantastic upwards motion over a period of time.
Absolutely. So, as always, guys, we've launched that stake pool. If you're wanting to delegate, do check out the stake pool called 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗔𝗥𝗘, which is the cheeky crypto stake pool that you can delegate your ADA to. If you found this video useful, informative, do go ahead and smash up that like button. Chris really does appreciate it, and so do I. And if you're new to the channel and not yet subscribed, don't forget to subscribe. By subscribing, you will be kept up to date with all the videos and live streams that we do here at Cheeky Crypto. And with all that said and done, we hope you guys have a fantastic day, and we'll catch you all in the next one.
Yeah, take care.